Greetings, fellow YouTuber. My name is Tim. Fellow YouTuber, welcome once again. My name is Tim, and this is that steaming hot pile of cow swallop that we just don't have an excuse for anymore. This is GainerWorld Live. My name is Tim Gainer. Thank you ever so much for joining me again as we do this every Friday night, long about this time. Why? We like to waste bandwidth, that's why. Oh, really? I'm kidding. And no, I'm not. Really, the reason that we do this is it's very simple. What we do mainly is we just kind of hang out for an hour and we talk about things and life and music and weird goings on that's going on in the world and just kind of forget the troubles of the world and talk to each other for an hour and just kind of hang out. If you're new here, welcome. We certainly do appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification, do all that YouTube stuff. We're over 100 subscribers. Hey! Yeah, I know it doesn't mean anything, does it? But hey, maybe we can get to 200. You can help. You know what to do if that's the case. And if you want to talk to us, well, get into the chat room. If you're watching the replay of this, as we broadcast this live every Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern, or if you're watching the replay, you can definitely leave a comment down below, or you can hang out in this here groovy little chat room that we have set up. You can chat away, type away on the YouTube chat, which is what I think over here someplace. No, wait, it's over. No, ours is here, and that just chat in the chat room because it'll show up here, and we'll be okay with this. Anyway, happy Friday. Says our pal Gary from the Incredible Edibles Band, who always stops by and is kind enough to talk to us every week along about this time. We certainly do appreciate it. Hey, Gary, how you doing? Certainly do appreciate that. Gary, one of the people that we always enjoy talking to, and one of the main people that we love hearing from, especially with the good folks at well, you know what I'm talking about. It's Hugs 24/7 Radio. Yes, as a matter of fact, as soon as you are... Oh, you don't know what Hugs 24/7 Radio is? Well, let me explain to you what's going on here. Hugs 24/7 Radio is an online radio station that is dedicated to the unsigned independent artists. Talk much, Tim? No, but I practice as often as I can. And at 8 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, as soon as this show goes off here, I would strongly recommend that you rush quick like a bunny over to hugs at WRGG.com, HUGSATWRGG.com, where Cyrus Gray will be playing the Hugs Top 10. Yes, Hugs Radio actually has their own independent unsigned artists chart. We have a top 200, and we're going to be playing the top 10 coming up at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. That's followed by the Hug Shockwave, all new music with Easy Day. And then Robbie Maroon comes blasting in from Down Under to give us Hugs Down Under, the best unsigned artists from Australia. So make sure you join us out for that. Hugs at WRGG.com, HUGSATWRGG.com. We certainly look forward to hearing and seeing you. So that's all going on, and we certainly do appreciate everybody popping in and saying hi. Lots of things going on this weekend. If you're not aware of it, this is the weekend that we celebrate Independence Day here in the U.S. So to our English friends, I know July 4th is a day of mourning, but hey, what are you going to do? We won, yeah. So, yeah, we'll be doing that. So we all got Monday off, and people are just going to kind of take it easy for the week, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But there are lots of things going on at the same time. And by the way, for you new viewers, when the glasses come out, that's when the fun starts. One of the things that we like to talk about on this show is music. Mainly because I do music stuff. And our occasional guest co-host, Chris King, my brother from another mother, has popped in and said, means nothing. Okay. It means you get Monday off. Okay? Come on, man. Means something. We get to eat hot dogs and watch people blow their hands off. We get to watch people play with explosives. Oh, the glasses. Oh, you meant the glasses. The glasses mean nothing. Yeah, but it sounds impressive as hell, doesn't it? But anyway. One of the things that we do like to talk about, and there's not real, I'm going to be honest with you straight off. There's not a lot to talk about this week. There really isn't. There's not a lot to talk about. I think it's just because it's the holiday here in the States. There's the holiday coming up, so people have just been kind of a swing. But there is something that really did happen. There's something that I feel is well, Chris has also said, since he is the occasional guest co-host, he does like to come out and say things like, oh, good, I get to derail the whole shebang. Yeah, but you do that anyway, and you do it so well, my son. I'm so proud of you for that. There's one neat thing that did happen a couple of days ago. And if you're a music fan, you're going to love this. You're going to love this a lot. This coming out of Rolling Stone. Apparently, the good folks at Universal Music Group, that's right, you know how I feel about Universal Music Group. UMG, our music is red hot, baby, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, with that in mind, they have signed a deal with Frank Zappa's family. And they have, now dig this. This is big news. UMG has acquired the entire estate of Frank Zappa. We're talking about his entire catalog, his entire film archive, the publishing rights, and yes, the vault. We all know if you're a Frank Zappa fan, if you're not a Frank Zappa fan, I can understand it because, to be honest with you, he was truly an acquired taste. Throughout the 60s and 70s, he liked to push the envelope. He liked to push the boundaries of taste. He was an amazing composer, an amazing musician, and surrounded himself with just world-class players. I mean, we're talking people like Adrian Belew, Sugarcane Harris, Jean-Luc Ponty, Don Preston, Ainsley Dunbar, just names that you just go on and on and on about. Tommy Aldridge, just an amazing musician. But he is not for the faint of heart. I will tell you this. He is not of the faint of heart. If you are easily offended, stay away from Frank Zappa. Because he did love, as I said, he loved to push the boundaries of taste. But apparently this agreement... Chris just chimed in on the chat with, yeah, he did. I still don't like sriracha and peanut butter, but some tastes aren't for anybody. Everybody. Sriracha? Really, dude? Sriracha and peanut butter? Now, sriracha and cream cheese. I'm just saying. The agreement between UMG, Universal Music Enterprises, which has distributed Frank's posthumous releases for the past decade, and the Zappa Family Trust also includes the rights to Zappa's name as well as his likeness. So, yeah, what can I tell you? They just bought Frank Zappa, okay? The entire family, now, of course, we're talking about the kids, and we all know those wonderful names, Moon Unit, Dweezil, Ahmet, and Diva. I told you this guy pushed the boundaries, man. Okay? I'm just letting you know. But anyway, if any of the Zappa kids are watching, please, by all means, don't let them store your dad's tapes, okay? Just don't. I'm just saying, okay? Don't let them store your dad's tapes. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? Anyway, together over the last decade, we made Frank's vast catalog of music available for streaming and downloading, the Zappa Family Trust said in a statement yesterday. We've reissued many of his pivotal albums on vinyl, including and created a slew of exciting archival releases, it says here, and expansive box sets, including a series celebrating Frank's legendary Halloween concerts. And this I can say, and we'll get into one of those titles in a minute. We're nominated for a Grammy for 200 Motels. They've more than proven their passion for Frank's art. And so the entire family, Moon, Dweezil, Ahmet, and Diva, are thrilled to pass the baton to the new forever stewards for all things Frank. Old and new fans will get more than what they want, more Frank Zappa music for years to come. And this sounds about right because, very honestly, they just a few weeks, maybe a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, they released what many people thought never existed. And that was a concert that he did in, I want to say, was it 1974, 73, 72, 73, where he was injured on stage by a fan. And they just found this tape and released it along with an expanded version of one of my all-time favorite albums, which is Mother's Live at the Fillmore, a live album that they did at the Fillmore East in 72, which also has an appearance by John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Great album, great stuff. Again, if you're a Zappa fan, you have to check it out. The funny part about this, Chris comes out and says, better than an edamame milkshake with lingonberry sprinkles. I'll give you that one. Sure, why not? Remember back in 66, Frank and the Mothers of Invention, his original band, released their classic 1966 debut Freak Out on Verve Records, which, by the way, yeah, guess who owns them? Yeah, they, UMG just loves to buy up everything, and, well, we all know how that ends up. But to continue, yeah. More than 5 decades later, we know that his music and legacy will be in the best possible hands for generations to come. Anyway, so yeah. So, and this is probably a good thing because the kids have been fighting lately ever since Gail, his wife, died back in 2015. So they had a family feud going. But Gail and Universal struck a deal to bring Frank's catalog to the streaming services, which is something Frank wasn't really a big fan of. And, yeah, there's been all kinds of releases since then. And like I said, they just released the complete Fillmore shows. They took a deep dive into the 200 Motels album. And they just, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this. I have not seen it yet. The soundtrack to to a documentary on Frank Zappa. So yeah, if you are a fan of Frank, that is big news because that means that there's a lot more stuff to come from the good folks at UMG. Just please, for God's sake, don't let them. Do I really need to say it? Anyway, so that's big news going on there. Checking the tote board here, like I said, and you can see how it's filled up. If you're new to the show, this is where you want to be. You can chat over there, and then you can see it over here. If you're watching the replay, you can see it here, and you can talk to us down here in the comments, and we will definitely answer you back. That much I promise you. Let's see. Chris is saying that. Gary's saying Yoko singing Zappa. If you've never heard, and like I said, this is one of my all-time favorite albums, is The Mother's Live at the Fillmore. It's a great album. And John and Yoko were John and Yoko. And the story goes that, they just showed up before the show backstage. And John and Frank just looked at each other and went, hey, you're not so weird. And they decided to jam. So there's a really cool version of Baby Please Don't Go that John does with the band, backed by the Mothers of Invention and Frank Zappa. And Frank just blisters on the guitar solo. And then, they do an open jam. And Yoko does Yoko. And there's really no other way to put it. Chris is saying John was using Yoko for discounted Nikes. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. They were Adidas. Okay. She had connections. Okay, Yoko, oh no. And again, look. Am I a fan of Yoko's music? Not really. Some of it I am. She sang, she wrote a couple of nice tracks. Like Who Has Seen the Wind? The stuff that she did on Double Fantasy, I thought was pretty good. But yeah, her early stuff, the stuff that they did together, Two Virgins, all that. It was art. Was I a fan? No. But if you talk to people these days, they will just tell you that she just revolutionized music. And, it's kind of like one of those situations where, it's like I hesitate to talk to people when they look at me and they tell me they completely get Bob Dylan. There's no such thing. I don't care what you tell me. If you look at me and tell me, oh, I thought the Highway 61 album was just unbelievable. Oh, the spirituality. Come on, man. Really? Seriously? Even Bob will tell you that, he just wrote down what he said. That was it. Although I do love Blood on the Tracks. Love that album. Let's see. I love Yoko for what she gave John. She gave to John. Yeah, that is true. Don't Worry, Kyoko. Mummy's Only Looking for Her Hand in the Snow. That was a pretty good track. The studio version was a pretty good track. They tried doing it live a couple of times. One time was on the live jam on sometime in New York City. And I think there's another one on Live Peace in Toronto. And I never liked the way they did it live. In the studio, it sounds great. I just thought it was a terrific jam. Speaking of jams, you know what? Let's do this. I had said that... Oops. I'd said that... this weekend... This weekend is we're celebrating the 4th of July, Independence Day, here in the U.S. And it's no surprise that there's a lot of things going on in this country. And I just thought it was appropriate that this song be sung to celebrate and here comes MU City Games. I knew that you'd come in here sooner or later. I knew that you'd be there lurking. I knew it. I thought this song appropriate for everything that's going on in this country. Right or wrong, up and down. This is an old John Prine song. And Ohio, there you go. There's an idea. Don't think I can't. This is Christmas in Prison. No, not Christmas in Prison. Let's try this one instead. This is appropriate for the 4th of July. While digesting Reader's Digest in the back of a dirty bookstore, a plastic bag with going back fell out on the floor. Well, I picked it up and I ran outside. I slapped it on my window shield. And if I could see old Betsy Ross, I'd tell her how good I feel. But your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. We're already overcrowded from your dirty little war. Now Jesus don't like killing, no matter what the reason's for. And your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. Well, I went to the bank this morning, and the cashier said to me, if you join our Christmas club, I'll give you 10 of them flags for free. Well, I didn't mess around a bit. I took him up on what he said, and I stuck them stickers all over my car and one on my wife's forehead. But your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. We're already overcrowded from your dirty little war. Now Jesus don't like killing, no matter what the reason's for. And your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. Well, I got my window shield so filled with flags I couldn't see, and I ran my car up the side of a curb right into a tree. By the time they got a doctor down, I was already dead. And I'll never understand why the man standing at the pearly gates said, Tim, your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. We're already overcrowded from your dirty little war. Now Jesus don't like killing, no matter what the reason's for. And your flag decal won't get you into heaven anymore. Yeah! America! Love it or leave it. Well, should I have played maybe from what was the movie? American Teen Squad or something like that? Whatever. Anyway, by the way, hi everybody. Hey, MU City, how you doing? Appreciate you popping in. Came bursting in late like the Kool-Aid man there. Oh yeah. That's okay. You got plenty of time. We got plenty of time to do lots of stuff. It's the weekend. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, we'll take a break right here. We'll come back and, yeah. What's up with Logan Paul? We'll talk about it. Stick around. We'll be right back. stories. You've heard the rumors. You've heard the predictions and promises. Now, make your plans, put in for the vacation time, and get ready to buy tickets. Hugs Fest is coming. The Peace Valley Barefoot Festival, in cooperation with Hugs 24/7 Radio, presents Hugs Fest 2022. Thursday, August 11th through Sunday, August 14th at the Peace Valley Farm Grounds in Shelton, Washington. 4 days of camping, vendors, family-friendly events, and the greatest lineup of unsigned independent artists ever assembled from across the country. With proceeds going to the Schweitzer Strong Foundation to benefit victims of traumatic brain injury. All your Hugs favorites will be there. Taylor Road, Stargazy Pie, Chris Mess, Don All, Another Color of Gray,
It's a perfect world.
Craig Meekum,
Take me down to Houston.
Jerry Gaff,
In your Cadillac.
Megan Paulette,
You're gonna hear me on the radio.
The Tim Gainer Experience, The Incredible Edibles Band, Yiga Digga, and the legendary Jim Baz Night Band. All this and an appearance by Professor Heine Bach. If you only make one plan this year, make sure it's for this event. The Peace Valley Barefoot Festival, in cooperation with Hugs 24/7 Radio, presents Hugs Fest 2022. Thursday, August 11th through Sunday, August 14th at the Peace Valley Farm Grounds in Shelton, Washington, with proceeds going to the Schweitzer Strong Foundation to benefit victims of traumatic brain injury. Tickets are on sale now, including full festival packages, family packages, and pre-show discounts at brownpapertickets.com. That's brownpapertickets.com. Hugsfest 2022. Don't even think about missing this once-in-a-lifetime event. Get your tickets now. And we have returned, and boy, I want you out there. Shelton, Washington. Thursday, August 11th through Sunday, August 14th. A slew of fantastic talent. All kinds of fun events going on out there. There's lots of room for camping. If you're one of those people that have the Winnebago or the Bluebird, head on out there. There's going to be plenty, well, I won't say plenty of room these days, but there's still a few choice spots left that you can go to. It's a 40-acre farm. You know, think Max Yasgur. So, yeah, there will be room for you. Tickets available at brownpapertickets.com, and all the proceeds going to the Schweitzer Strong Foundation to help traumatic brain injury. You got to love it. I hope to see you out there. It's going to be fantastic. Going to the tote board. What happened while I was gone? Apparently, Chris said, I found a song today that's going to make me relinquish my black card. That's on his Facebook. Okay. I don't know, man. You turned in your black card a long time ago. When you and I started arguing about Dark Side of the Moon, you know, and early Genesis, that's when I knew brother ain't right. MU City Games is saying, Chris, Anthony Vincent got a knack to put on some amazing spins on some cover tracks. Chris saying, I know, but I apologize to all my brothers and sisters, and especially Mike Jackson. No, I didn't. You take that back. No, I'm sorry. Forget it. Forget it. In fact, you know what? Let's go to this one. We're gonna skip around a little bit. Talking about music and talking about one of the things that I really love more than anything. And that is like, I still like oh, Chris says, I still like fried chicken and collard greens. Yes, you do. Like golly, by God. Just don't even think of coming to my house to cook chitlins. I won't have it. I just won't have it. I mean, I'll eat them. It's the cooking part. And anybody who's ever been around chitlins when they're cooking knows exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, it's not pretty. Anyway, let's talk about One of my favorite things in the world. One of my favorite things in the whole world. So do I. Amu City popping and saying, so do I, and a big-ass hunk of cornbread. Some cornbread, yes. Sorry, can't do the hog chitterlings. To Chris, I won't eat them. If I wanted that taste, I'd go directly to the source, and that ain't happening. Oh, man. So many jokes, but this is YouTube. So anyway, one of the things that I've always had time with. By the way, Gary's saying that we're now up to 18 Hugs artists playing Hugs Fest, which is gonna be a time, kids. I'm here to tell you, brownpapertickets.com. Make your plans, put in the vacation time. There's still plenty of time and still a little bit of space left. So by all means, get in there. You know what I love? A lot of people know that I spent some years in radio. And one of the things that I've always appreciated and always loved and always thought was intriguing, for whatever reason, was the goofy stuff that radio stations will do to kind of mess with your head, whether it's contrived or real life or whatever the case may be. I just love that stuff. I really do. In this case, we're talking about Vancouver's number one hit station, Kiss FM 104.9, playing all your favorite hits. They are, they were, that is to say, until I found out earlier tonight. Yes, that's right. Chris, it's a super slam. This is one of those times I wish I had sound effects on my board so I can do the reverb. It's a super slam. Kiss FM 104.9. Vancouver's number one hit station, man. They were doing something until like earlier today. And I found this out just before we went on the air. But apparently what happened was they decided they were going to mess with people. So, Amu City, you're already ahead of me. Don't get ahead of me, bro. Don't get ahead of me. They have been playing Rage Against the Machine's Killing in the Name for the last... now, this is from yesterday from Rolling Stone. For the last 10 hours. And they did this after the firing of Vancouver's favorite morning team. Of course, I'm talking about Kevin and Sonia. Who doesn't love Kevin and Sonia in the morning? They played all your fun hits, and they did wacky bits, and they knew the pulse of Vancouver on Kiss FM 104.9, Vancouver's hit station. So yeah, apparently what happened was they were laid off on Tuesday, and as of Wednesday afternoon, they were still playing Rage Against the Machine's Killing in the Name on loop. Only stopping to have two DJs mimic Zach De La Rocha's grunts in the song "A Little Lower, Close Enough," said a female DJ to her partner. The memorable grunts came before the singer's scathing outro of, and this is a direct quote from the song, "Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me," which of course is left off, the radio version because the FCC and what it is that they do. But yeah, a lot of people, they noted that DJs occasionally pause the loop to take call-in requests for the same song. I love that. I love that. Kiss FM 104.9. What can I do for you, man? Can you play Rage Against the Machine's Killing in the Name of? Got it for you, man. Coming right up, right here on Vancouver's hit station 104.9 Kiss FM. Here's Rage Against the Machine. I mean, that's great. That's great. In fact, an NBC News reporter said a disc jockey went on the air to say, "Hey, you're probably wondering what's going on, man." Yeah. On Wednesday morning, it got so crazy that Tom Morello retweeted a fan who pointed out the protest. He said, pop radio station in Vancouver laid off all of their staff yesterday. See, this is what happens when corporate radio lays off their people. They get creative. They wake up one morning and went, well, we're not going to do adult contemporary anymore. We're going to do alt rock. So they lay off the staff without telling them. They usually give them a day, 6 hours, and, oh, wait, hold on. We've got it. We have, let me do this. We seem to have a celebrity call on the line. Yes, indeed. GainerWorld, what can I do for you?
Hey, can you play Killing in the Name of by Rage Against the Machine?
We sure can, man. Coming up for you right here. What's your name, man?
My name is Yoko.
Yoko.
Yeah, I'm not too fond of it either.
Yoko, what's your favorite station, man?
Kiss FM?
You got it, baby. Coming up, Rage Against the Machine, 104.9 FM.
Sweet, man. Thanks, man.
Do I get the t-shirt, man? Our occasional guest co-host, Chris King, ladies and gentlemen, on the line. Yes, indeed. Many people asking, where is he? Well, that'll explain it to you right there. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Chris King, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. He's back. You heard the rumors. You've heard it right here. Yes, he has returned. He's returned. We're darn glad that he did. Thank you, man. I needed that. Anyway. So anyway, to get back to this little mess that we've got going. So Kiss FM 104.9. Tom Morello had tweeted, whoever's in the controls this morning has been playing Killing in the Name on repeat since 6 a.m. It's now 9:30. So to Kevin and Sonia, it's beautiful. But unfortunately, Kevin and Sonia weren't there. Now you may be asking yourself, what happened to Kevin and Sonia? What happened to Vancouver's favorite morning team? Well, unfortunately, Kevin and Sonia were let go on Tuesday. And that song, by the way, with the expletive muted out, was playing on the station's website, and we'll get to that in a second. The other repeated phrase is, now you're under control. Anybody who knows this song knows what I'm talking about. It's not exactly known who is in control of Kiss FM at the moment, but actually, it's true. It's true. We have found out who is in control. As of 6 o'clock this morning, Vancouver time, which was 9 a.m. Eastern, Kiss FM is now Sonic Radio, man. Playing today's best alternative rock. We are 104.9 Sonic FM. And you'll never guess what their first song that they played. Yes, it was Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name. I love stuff like that. There was a lot of that. There was a time back here in Chicago when one of the stations, I can't remember which one was changing, but I remember what it was. It was 94.7. Or no, 97.1. The Drive. And one day they played nothing but Star Wars soundtracks. The next day they played all Frank Sinatra. The next day they played all Billy Joel. The next day they played all Beatles. And they came back and they did it like a classic rock format, which I thought was really, really cool. Amu City is saying, Chris said, yeah, I had to. That was too good to waste. I'm glad you did, bro. I'm glad you did. Hey, most nights I'm dying out here, okay? Amu City said, this isn't the first time that happened. In 1991, 103.5 in Chicago did a 44-hour loop of Rock Till You Drop when switching form. Yes, you're right about that. The other one was when Q101, remember when they went alternative way back in the day, and all they played was, oh Lord, it was a a Def Leppard song. And I can't remember what it was. Rock of Ages, I think it was. There's another one who did a 72-hour run of Dr. Demento. Yeah, I remember that. That was going to be a comedy station, and that took all of 5 months before they dropped that. See, I love that stuff, though. when you hear that a station is going to change formats, you can guarantee 2 things. One, the entire air staff that you know and love, if you listen to that station, is gone. Guaranteed. Trust me on this. I know. I've lived through it. I will never forget, as long as I live, when I worked at the late, great WBUS. The Bus, 99.9 FM. Yes. That's right. I worked for The Bus in Chicago. And there had been a rumor that the lovely lady that owned it, it was an independent owned station back in the day. It was owned by Gene and Jackie Milner Broadcasting. And Gene had passed away, and Jackie was running it, and Jackie wanted to retire. And we'd heard about this, and we thought that maybe her sons would take it over. Nope. There was a meeting one night, and I didn't make that meeting. And I got a call that night from the news director, who also worked as kind of like the interim program director for the weekends. And he called me drunk. Drunk. And all I heard was, hola, Jimmy. ¿Cómo está usted? Hey, Ken, we got sold to a Spanish network, huh? See? Okay, no problem. And within a month, we were gone. What are you going to do? Same thing at Super CFL. They shut it down. Christians bought it. Christians won. Lions nothing. We were all let go. So, yes, I lived through this, and you can guarantee that 2 things happen. One, the entire air staff is let go. The other one is what happens the weekend before they change formats, because they need that time to pull the old music out, put the new music in, yada, 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 get the promotion together. And it's what they do during that weekend that really fascinates the hell out of me. It really does. If you're good at promotions, it can be great. If not, it can be totally disastrous. Gary is telling me here, our local rock station had all the DJs quit at the same time to start a new station. And they hired Joe Walsh to be the morning DJ for a week. Actually, Joe is really good in radio. He had a part-time slot here in Chicago working for the late, great Loop AM, WLUP AM. I think he did some weekend mornings on the FM as well. The AM was comedy rock. It was a legendary format, and some of the greatest DJs in the history of radio came out of the Loop AM. We're talking Jonathan Brandmeier, Kevin Matthews, Steve Dahl, Gary Meyer, Eddie Schwartz. Just an amazing lineup of people. And yeah, they would have Joe on all the time. All the time, Hey, Joe, how are you? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? And occasionally on Saturday mornings, he'd come in and he'd spin on the FM, and he really did a great job. Joe's a lot better than a lot of people give him credit for. And now the morning DJ is Danny Bonaducci, who also worked for the Loop AM. Danny, true story. This is how Danny got to be Danny Bonaducci. Not just Danny Partridge, but this is the return of Danny Bonaducci. He was just coming out of another stint in rehab and was a mess. And I think he met, I can't remember if it was Gary Meyer or Jonathan Brandmeier. I'm pretty sure it was Johnny, who introduced him to Gary Wirt, who was the general manager of the Loop, AM and FM at the time. And, they're like, we want to put you on the radio. And he got so hyped up about it to this day. And he showed it on the Arsenio Hall show once. And he will only show it for charity, where he has a tattoo of the Loop logo on his right ass cheek with the names Gary Wirt, Steve Dahl, and Jonathan Brandmeier tattooed on his ass. He's extremely funny, very fast, and with the right guidance, he's amazing. And I've heard about, how sick he's been as of late, and that he's just able to get back on the air now. And Danny, if you ever hear this show, dig that. Glad to have you back, dude. We missed you. Chicago misses you. I just want you to know that. Also, Chris wants us to know that station Triple J in Australia played NWA's Express Yourself. Whoa. For 24 hours straight in protest of being banned from playing Fuck the Police in 1989. Yeah. Which is kind of funny because that's Australia. And one of the shows that we have on Hugs 24/7, which is coming up later on tonight. Hugs Down Under with Robbie Maroon, the best unsigned artists from Australia. Please check it out. Hugs at WRGG.com. HUGSATWRGG.com. You're welcome. Yeah, Australia is like really, unless they're starting to tighten up their communication laws, they are kind of wide open. They always have been. So I find that really strange that that would happen even back in 89. And also in 1963, says Chris. Pardon me. Well, there you go. Let him catch up a little bit. In 1963, Barefoot Larry Justice played a press conference by Len Weintraub repeatedly in protest and trying to get a new contract. He got it. I would love to, and I think if the subject ever comes up again, I'm going to hunt down this particular, it's on YouTube, but there's a particular video of a DJ in one of the smaller markets. I can't remember where. I think it's in Michigan. And it was a top 40 station, so, they're playing all the, the Cardi B and the Drake and all that stuff. And I guess he got kind of sick of it. And so he decided that he's going to start playing Black Sabbath and Motorhead and Iron Maiden and Boston. And what you hear in the space of this air check, as they're called, scopes and to other people, which are the tapes that the program director listens to of the DJ on the air so he can critique him. But this one particular tape, you hear this guy playing this music, and at one point he answers the phone. And it's the program director of the station, his boss. And he's like, "Am I on the air?" "Yeah, of course you're on the air, boss. What are you doing?" "Take me off the air." "No, I'm not going to take you off the air. No, come on, let's talk it out right here." "Take me off the air." Ah, come on. You're going to yell at me if I do that. Can't do that. So the program director hangs up. And this guy goes back to playing, the classic rock, playing some Zeppelin. And the next thing you hear is this guy turns on his mic, and you hear the door slam open. Now, studio doors are big doors. They are big doors. They have to be. They have to be soundproof, so they're heavy. And this guy bursts in. Turn the mic off. I'm not going to turn the mic off. Turn the mic off. I'm not going to turn the mic off. Turn the mic off. I'm not going to. And you hear occasionally the mic gets turns on, the mic gets turned off, the mic gets turned on, but you can catch the conversation. The program director telling him, you're out of here. He's literally dragging this guy out of the studio. And this is not made up. This is the real thing. And it is some of the most riveting radio you'd ever want to hear in your life. Let me see. During a set that was really moving one night, 3,000 people just jumping around, losing their minds, just as a song was building to the drop, the entire crowd. Oh, wait a minute. No, you did this. Oh, my God. Chris, are you serious about this, dude? I've never heard this story. During a set that was moving one night, 3,000 people jumping around, losing their minds, just as the song was building to the drop, I trolled the entire crowd and played Dead Puppies. Oh, man, that is priceless. That is priceless. The collective. Oh, heck yeah, pal. Heck yeah. Show them what's up. Show them what's up. Let me get to this last story because I kind of promised it before the break. I know a lot of people here are not wrestling fans. They're not fans of professional wrestling or sports entertainment or whatever we're calling it this week. But this just came in from ESPN as of today. If you're a professional wrestling fan, sports entertainment, whatever, you will shake your head at this one, as I know I did. This happened yesterday. WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, Vince McMahon's company, which is in itself is a joke that we'll get into on another day, has signed a deal with, wait for it, Logan Paul. No, it's not a typo. I swear this is the truth. You can't make this stuff up, gang. You just can't make this stuff up. It's a multi-event deal, according to ESPN, that will push into 2023. Logan will compete in the ring at multiple WWE pay-per-views, or as they call them now, premium live events. And will make TV appearances based upon storylines as made available. He actually, and I got to give him credit because he was in WrestleMania, and I did watch this. He was in WrestleMania last summer, and he actually did a really good job. I mean, he's done the MMA thing, and he's fought Mayweather and all that good fun stuff. And Chris is like, it's about John Cena. It's about John Cena, is it? No, it's not about John Cena. Not yet, but we're waiting for that one. But yeah, so there he is with Stephanie and Triple H signing a multi-year deal. And the first thing that's I'm warning you right now. I'm gonna give you the spoiler right now. He is going up against The Miz. If you're a wrestling fan, bear with me. His first storyline is going to be against The Miz. If you watched WrestleMania last year, you understand why. And I'm not gonna push it. I'm not gonna give anything away, but I will tell you that Cody Rhodes is out. Roman Reigns is a part-timer now. They need something, and Vince loves his carny. Everybody knows this. So yeah, Logan Paul. Apparently, according to Kotaku magazine, chances are the WWE will push Logan as one of their baby faces. Given that Cody Rhodes, who is their top gun right now, is out with a torn pectoral injury. Prior to his contract signing, Logan shared training photos of himself performing dives from the turnbuckle of a wrestling ring to his Twitter account. And like I said, last year at WrestleMania, he was doing it. He wasn't no Bad Bunny. And again, anybody who's a WWE fan knows what I'm talking about there. Yes, that Bad Bunny, the rapper. But yeah, his maybe Logan Paul against John Cena. Why not? So yeah, no, like I said, if you're not a fan of the sport, I understand. I don't blame you. Except for the fact that now Vince McMahon is under investigation for raping a ref and paying off a paralegal after he had an affair with her. And I tell you what, the stuff in the office is a heck of a lot more entertaining than the stuff in the ring. At least these days. As far as John Cena goes, Chris, yeah, we're all kind of waiting with bated breath to see what they're going to do with him. Cody's gone. Roman Reigns is a part-timer now. Maybe they're going to have him go up against somebody. My son Matt came up with a great scenario today. Maybe what they're going to do is they're going to put the Intercontinental title on him. So that way he's got the Grand Slam. And, who knows? Who knows? Hard to say. But there you have it. If you're a fan. By the way, Logan Paul. Is that Logan Paul? Yes, he is the brother of Jake Paul. He's had a couple of pay-per-view headline appearances himself. As a matter of fact, Jake Paul scored a knockout of former UFC champion Tyron Woodley back in December. And he's scheduled to fight Tommy Fury, who is the younger brother of UFC champ Tyson Fury in New York, I believe August 6th. Next month, he's going to be doing that. So, the Paul brothers, back in the news. Why? Not that we really needed them. Amy City is saying, got a jet. It's the weekend. Enjoy yourself, everybody. Make every day special. I got a party. You go do that, Amy City. We appreciate that. Hey, if you need some party music in the background, may I recommend that you check out Hugs 24/7 Radio. Hugs at WRGG, HUGSATWRGG.com. In fact, right after we are done with this particular show, march over there like a tried true little soldier and check out Cyrus Gray as he runs down the Hugs Top 10. I have it on good authority that he has a special guest in studio. Regular listeners will appreciate it. If not, hey, don't worry about it. It's going to be fun. I promise you that. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do with that. And yes, please, this is 4th of July weekend here in the States. Everybody that's celebrating, be safe, okay? I have 10 fingers. I'd like to have 10 fingers when I come back. I kind of sort of need them because I'm going to be playing in a couple of months. That kind of thing. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. By all means, if you're new here, hey, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. Hit the notification bell. In other words, well, there's no other way but the direct way to put it. If you like it, hey, you know what to do. Have a great 4th. We'll see you back here next week. We are out.